Hey, this is Wargamer Shawn. I'm back. We're gonna go through the Ork Codex or Codex Orks, and we're going through the Elite section now. I'm sure if you've listened to other podcasts or talks, you'll know that the Ludas got moved. I don't really know why. I thought they were fine when the Elite section, but they got moved. We've got Burnaboys now. Burnaboys got stick bombs, which they didn't have before, but they got 1 point more expensive. Not the end of the world. Basically like being forced to pay for stick bombs because they were 1 point each. I don't know if they could have stick bombs before, but now they've got them, which is nice. Although, most orcs are initiative too. I guess it's a little better than wait until the power claws go, but Burner Boys, I think they're cool. I'm at the same as last time. Where I really see them being used, and we'll kind of get to it later too, but honestly, like, the Gorkanauts and Morkanauts have the 6 transport capacity. I honestly like the idea, because you can get basically if you take Burner Boys and you get 5 of them, you can trade in up to 3 of them can become mechs. And so you could have guys inside the Morkanaut or Gorkanaut and have the mechs fixing, basically the Morkanaut, Gorkanaut each turn as it's advancing, and then when they get to where they want to be, or if someone gets close, they just get out and burn them. I think that's a good squad or good place to put them, is inside the Morkanaut, Gorkanaut. That's where I see them being used. I mean, the battle wagons got a little bit more expensive. We'll get to that, but some people might still run them there. I used to really just love Burnas, and they kind of got replaced. My love for Ludas just kind of outpaced them, and they always kind of took their place because they're kind of expensive units, both of them to have. But I think they might have a place now, especially since the Ludas are in the heavy slot now. They might not get chosen over other things. The next group is Tank Bustas. They got cheaper than they used to be. I kind of like them. I actually might try them because now the Glory Hog rule is different. You don't have to just go for the nearest unit. You can be more selective. If you do get First Blood and it's killing a vehicle with these guys, so the Tank Busters, you get an extra victory point, which is nice. But that's the only special thing that it has, which is nice. Everybody comes with rocket launchers, so it's basically a squad of rocket launchers, and stick bombs and tank bombs, so melta bombs. 2 of them, Tank Busters, can replace their rocket launchers with tank hammers. I mean, most of the time I think you want to be shooting things, so maybe it's worth it. I don't know, maybe not. I would upgrade the one guy to a boss knob, and he can take a power claw, which is always worthwhile. And you can take a truck as a designated transports, and you can basically take up to 15 Tank Busters in a squad. You can have up to 3 bomb squigs, 5 points per model. I think the bomb squigs are cool. And they don't do the bad things that they used to in the last edition. So I think Tank Busters got a lot better this edition. Hopefully they'll see some play. I intend to play or use them just to practice a couple times. I don't know if I'll use them in definitive competitive play, but they might have a place. I mean, especially with Lords of War out there now, you kind of need Melta or big things to take down big vehicles, so they might not be the worst thing, honestly. I mean, they got a 6-up armor save, but you have enough of them, and you swarm a Lords of War, you're probably going to get a chance to maybe do some damage or kill it. I mean, your initiative is 2-1 with the power claw. It depends. So then we go to knobs, and they have a Slugga and Choppa stick bombs. They have 2 wounds like before, and they can take heavy armor. Now the war bikes got more expensive. Instead of 25 points in the last edition, they're 27 points now. I don't really quite understand that, but they did. If they don't take war bikes, they can take a truck or a battle wagon as a designated transport. Some people are saying that these guys are still good and they're worth taking the knobs on the bike still. And I'm not saying they're bad. They're not. But I think a more competitive build when we get to them is actually, going back to the biker boys. I think they're actually better. They're a little cheaper, and Because these guys are 18 points a model plus 27 points for a bike. I mean, that gets pretty pricey. And I'm just going to, I apologize, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit just to look at them. But it's a lot of fast attacks this time. The War Bikers are 18 points a model. Now they have they only have 1 wound versus 2, but I can get 2 biker boys for the same, for less than a knob with the bike. And so I'll take that any day. I'll have twice as many bikes. I got twice as many DACA guns. Honestly, I think the War Bikers beat them out this time. Yeah, their strength isn't as good, but honestly, most of the time with your squads, you're kind of banking on your knob or your war boss with them and pain boy in there to do some damage, and not really the boys so much. Hopefully you'll get the charge off, so you'll have a strength 4 on the charge, but honestly, I think the War Bikers are, in my mind, are going to have the game. One game I've practiced with them already, just kind of fooling around playing with the units. I use the War Bikers over the knob bikes, and I'm going to have to make some more because most of my guys are knob bikers because I had switched them all over to knob bikers. But I honestly think that they're going to have a bigger place. So that's the knobs. Basically similar to the last edition. Mega knobs, they're 40 points each. About the same as before. Basically, they have a twin link shooter and power claw, mega armor, stick bombs. So they do have stick bombs now, and they can replace their twin link shooter and power claw with 2 kill saws, which is awesome, honestly. Because then you get an extra attack. So instead of your base 3 attacks, you can have 4 attacks. And you can take a twin link shooter, you can exchange it out for a combi scorcher, combi rocket launcher, which is 5 points. You can take a boss pole for 5 points. You can take a truck or a battle wagon as designated transport. The only bad thing with this is, I mean, at least now, I kind of begged for it last edition. It's like, please allow the Mega Knobs to buy Pain Boys so they could have an invuln save and have Feel No Pain. Which, I guess indirectly now they can. So I guess our prayers have been answered. We can buy a Pain Boy and stick them wherever we want to. They just don't have an invuln save anymore because they can't get, well, you used to be able to with Mad Doc give them, basically the mega armor. Sorry, not the mega armor. Basically the sticks up feeling pain now. But so I don't know. The mega knobs are cool. I don't see myself taking too many squads of them, honestly. I mean, I might potentially take a war boss or a Big Mech with it potentially. If I was going to run them like that, I might have a squad of these guys because I'm already going to be running slow and purposeful guys. Who knows? I just don't see myself running them too much. The next elite slot is the Commandos. They are about the same price, I think a little cheaper. You can take basically kitted out the same as before. You can take 2 Commandos, can replace their sluggas with a rocket or a big shooter or a burner. The burner is 15 points now. I think they were only 10 last time. I think they got a little more expensive. And you can upgrade 1 to a boss knob and kit them out like any other knob. They do have the universal rule of stealth and move through cover, which is nice. So they got a little faster, a little better. They got infiltrate, which is nice. Now, Snickrot now got cheaper. He's 60 points. He has Mork's Teeth, which is strength of the user, which he's strength 5. And it's got Shred, so you get to reroll the wound, which is awesome. Now, he can be taken as an elite's choice by himself, but he can't join anybody except for other Commandos. So if you're going to take him, you probably want to take a unit of Commandos. He does the same thing where he can come in from any table side, which is nice. And he doesn't use up a slot if you join him to the Commandos, if you take a unit of Commandos. And on the turn that they come in, he upgrades their stealth to Shrouded the turn that they come in. So it's kind of a way to protect them, keep them alive so they have a chance to charge. I mean, I appreciate what they're doing because they kind of nerfed it after 5th edition where he couldn't charge. It was awesome to have him and Gazgul and some Commandos come in and deliver Gazgul and just wreck stuff in the back. Now you can't do that. You can't join an independent character to the unit of Commandos. They can only be Commandos, and they can come in anywhere on any of the table edges. So, you know, he's got his uses. I don't know if we'll see him too much. He's cool. Got cheaper. He might be worth playing. I don't know competitively if he's that good. That's the elites. Let's go through the fast attack quick. Trucks are fast attack. They're 30 points. You basically get a rocket launcher for free now. And you can take Ork vehicle upgrades. Ramshackle's different. Instead of the old rules, now if you roll a d6 on a penetrating hit and a 6, it becomes a glancing hit. So it's kind of like a really poor man's Ork serpent shield. You know, I mean, Ramshackle had a weird rule before. They took that randomness away, and now they have this. I think it's cool. I'm fine with it. Honestly, I don't see people taking trucks as a fast attack slot. Honestly, I see them taking it as a designated transport. So I don't think they're going to use up a fast attack slot most of the time. I suppose you could. They're cheap. They're 30 points. I think they're nice as objective secures for troops, so that's what I will be taking them as most of the time. Stormboys are 45 points. They get a little cheaper. They got Slug of Choppas, Stick Bombs, Rocket Pack. You know, really, instead of Zagstruck, I just take a Knob, and I think he's going to do just as well for you. And you can have up to 30 Stormboys. I think they're cool. 9 points a model. A little pricey, but they're fast. I think they're cool. I don't know. We'll see. I think they're... I didn't use them a lot in last edition. I know some people that did. You know, I don't know. I'll play around with them and see. Def Copters, 30 points, a little cheaper. They have a Twin Link Big Shooter and Choppa. They get a free upgrade to have the Twin Link Rocket Launcher or a custom Mega Blaster for free, so that's kind of cool. I think I'd take the Twin Link Rockets, honestly, over the Mega Blaster, but might be worth trying it. The Big Bomb's 15 points. I just don't see it worth it. The Buzzsaw's 25 points. They're only strength 3, so they're going to be strength 6 or strength 8 on the charge. I mean, I think Def Copters are worth it. I'd probably have them in a unit of 3 so they don't give up first blood too easily. If you have first turn, scout them up, try to take out a vehicle. If you don't have first turn, outflank them. I think they're worth taking. I don't know. If you have the points for them, I think they're worth taking. Dakajet, 110 points, stayed the same. If you want an extra big shooter or super shooter, it's 20 points. So I think that went up. Fly Boss is 15 points. Red Paint Job is 5. I don't know why you'd take it, honestly. 1 inch, not really worth the 5 points. They got nerfed on the WOG. Instead of double shots, it actually just has 1 extra shot. So, yeah, I mean, I think Daka Jets were cool when the flyer rule first came out. Nothing really had anything to deal with Skyfire. I think now they're just the volume of fire and so much Skyfire with Tau. I just don't see these jets being used as much just because they're so easy to kill. The Burnabama and the Blitzabama got cheaper. Once again, if you're going to take one of the jets, I honestly think the Daka Jet's the better one. But honestly, I just don't see myself using them that much. War Bikers, we kind of already discussed. I love them in this edition. They got cheaper. You can take a total of... So they come with 3. You can take 12 additional ones. So you can have a total of 15 bikes. Just awesome. You can get a upgraded knob, 10 points. Totally worth it. The boss pull is probably worth it with these guys that want them run away at 3d6. I just think, yeah, I mean, I think they're awesome. Has a little stick to us about what was Daka Gutsmech. It's kind of like the Tyranid Codex when they mentioned the stuff that wasn't in there. The Doom and those guys. Yeah, I don't know why they mentioned it and don't have it in there, but I don't know. But War Bikers, I know some people are ripping them. I honestly think they're really awesome in this edition. I think they're better than the Knob Bikers, hands down, in my opinion. They're cheaper. I think they're worth, if you're min-maxing points, I think it's a better way to go. War buggies are a fast attack slot. They're 25 points. You can make them Scorcha for 10 points more. And you can have up to 4 additional war buggies, so you can have a squadron of 5. You know, I don't know. I mean, for the Twin Link Big Shoot, I don't think it's really worth it. For the Scorcha, you know, I think that's the really only way to really use it. You can do a rocket launcher on the war tracks, and that's, I think, is worth it. I mean, the rockets and the Scorchers I can see. The cool thing is that they have outflank, and so I don't know. You know, I'm gonna play around with them. I've got a squad that have all of them done. I have one painted, and I don't have the other ones. I'm gonna paint them up, and I'm gonna try them out because honestly, I think they have a purpose, especially for horde armies. They can really do a lot of damage, and yeah, they're gonna die pretty quick. But they're a good diversion. They can take out some stuff. I think they're worth it, potentially. So that's the end of the fast attack. I'm going to stop it here and go to the heavies and probably Lords of War for the next one to finish it up. So this is Wargamer Shawn signing off.
Goodbye. 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 Bye-bye. Goodbye. See ya. Bye for now. Bye for now. Goodbye. I like bottoms.